Good day, guys. This is Mr. Prince Maths and Science class, and today I'm gonna be talking about the basic, fundamental, and derived quantities in physics. First of all, I'm gonna be talking about the fundamental quantities that you need to know. We have about 7 different fundamental quantities which you need to know as a physics student. So I'm going to be talking about the physical quantity. I'm going to put the SI unit, and then I will put the symbol right beside it. So the first physical quantity I'm going to be talking about is length. Okay, we know that the SI unit for length is meters, and the symbol is m. Okay. Number 2, the way I'm going to write my symbol is going to be quite different. I'm going to put the symbol for the SI unit, but I'm going to be using the symbol that I'm going to be using to derive the other quantities. That's the derived quantities. So the second physical quantity is mass. Okay, and the SI unit for mass is kilogram, which is kg. So in this case, the symbol I'm going to be using for the SI unit here will be L. For derived quantities will be L. So the symbol here is kg, but I'm going to be using m as the symbol for the derived quantities. So for the third one is time. The SI unit will measure time in seconds, right? And that's S. So in this case, I represent it as T. So I'm just using the first letter of each of these physical quantity. Number 4, we have electric current. Electric current is measured in amperes. Okay, so the symbol here is A. Number 5 is temperature. Okay, temperature, and we can measure temperature in Kelvin, in Celsius, in Fahrenheit, but I want to use Kelvin in this case, and the symbol here is K. So for derived quantity, we are still going to use K. Okay, number 6, we have amount of substance, which is used in chemistry, which is the SI unit for that is moles. Okay, and the symbol is mole. And the last basic quantity is luminous intensity. Luminous intensity. So the SI unit here is candela, and the symbol is CD. Okay, so now I want to talk about derived quantities now. So these derived quantities, they are called derived because they are gotten from the basic fundamental quantities. Okay, so the first derived quantity I'm going to be talking about is area. So area, the formula for area is length times length. Okay, that's length times length. So we know that the SI unit for length is meters, right? So that's like saying meters times meter. So the SI unit definitely is going to be meter squared. So now the way I want to write it in for derived quantities, so that will be, I told you that I use L to represent it for derived quantity. That will be L times L. So that will be L squared. So for the derived quantities, it's going to be L squared. This is where I'm going to write it. Okay. The second derived quantities I'm going to be talking about is volume. So volume, this doesn't have a specific volume of any shape. This is just the general formula for volume is length times length times length. Okay, so we can see that the SI unit for this is going to be meter, so that's meter cube, right? But for the derived quantities, it is L times L times L, which is L raised to power 3. So I'll write it like this, L cube. Okay, another derived quantity we have in physics is speed. And the formula for speed is distance over time. Distance over time. So speed is a scalar quantity. Velocity is displacement over time. That's a vector quantity. So a scalar quantity has magnitude but no direction. A vector quantity has both magnitude and direction. So the formula for the SI unit for distance is meters, right? So that's L, and then time represents T. So the SI unit in this case is meters per second, right? The same thing with velocity is meters per second. So the way we are going to write this derived quantity is going to be LT raised to power minus 1. So T we have raised to power minus 1. Okay. Number 4. I don't want to talk about velocity because they have the same derived quantity. They have the same basic quantities in their formula. So let's talk about acceleration. So acceleration is equals to velocity over time. Okay, and I told you that velocity is equals to displacement. The formula for velocity is displacement over time, right? Over time. Okay, so the SI unit for displacement is meters and the time is seconds, right? So I'm still going to write it as L over T divided by T, which is L over T times 1 over T. Okay, so that will be L over T squared, and I'll write it like this: L T raised to power minus 2. So let me talk about force and density. So force is equals to mass times acceleration. Okay, so the derived quantity for mass is m, right? And we already got for acceleration is lt raised to power minus 2. So if I write it together, it's going to be written like this: m lt raised to power minus 2. Okay, and you need to know that the SI unit for acceleration is meters per second squared. The SI unit for force is Newton. Okay, Newton. Also, I'm going to be talking. I will talk about another derived quantity, which is density. Okay, so the formula for density is mass over volume. Mass over volume. Okay, so we know that the one for the mass, the derived quantity for mass symbol is m, right? Over the volume, we already got the derived quantity for volume, which is L raised to power 3. So if we write it together, that's equals to m L raised to power minus 3. Okay, ml raised to power minus 3. So this will be the derived quantity for it. So we need to know that the SI unit for density is kg per meter cube. Okay, kg, kilograms per meter cube. So the last one I want to talk about, there are still more derived quantities. I'm going to talk about the rest in the other video, but the last one I want to talk about is pressure. So pressure, the formula for pressure is force over area. Okay, and the derived quantity we got for force is mlt raised to power minus 2. Yeah, that's it right there, mlt raised to power minus 2. And the one that we got for area is L squared. Okay, so what thing I will just do is I will just do 2 cancel L here. Okay, so now so if we bring this one out, that will be L raised to power minus 1 T raised to power minus 2. Okay, so this will be the derived quantity for pressure. So that will be all for this video. Please make sure you like the video, make sure you share my videos too. If you've not subscribed, please hit that notification bell and subscribe to the channel. Take care, peace out, have a great weekend, bye.